Okay, so I'm calling these roach antennas, right? Like a little roach sticking out, little roach antennas. Roach antennas. Go to my video right here called Champlain Towers Collapse, why column numbers are part of the smoking gun, how they deteriorate off, and how roach antennas are also part of the smoking gun. Let's come back to the roach in just a minute. For that, you guys can, if you want to do some diving, you can dive into an article called Live Load Factors for Parking Garage Members. Okay, that's the title of it, 29 pages. It is not what we're dealing with here. With here, they calculated, he went ahead and said 40 pounds per square foot. And right here is the, right there, top left, I want to see if I can bring it over. 14-inch are the rabbit ears. Remember though, the cover is here, so this sticks out maybe 12 inches outside of the column area, about 12 inches. All right, say bye to that tab. Just wanted to show you the 14 inches. That's what I make fun of roof. Remember, Grooff. Anyway, its roof is arrow, but we're assuming the rest is the same puncture and protection. In fact, the roof would be have more puncture protection. Yeah, I said puncture. Now, let's look for roach antennas. Oh, roach antenna, roach antenna. Okay, this would be west. East is the ocean. So west is over here. East is this direction. So these roach antennas go west and east. West and east, west and east, west and east. All right, we'll come back to the video, but before we get there, we go to 1996. Western Port Waterproofing Company will be starting a project at Champlain Sour located at the address we're dealing with. Including the scope of work will be concrete structural repair in the parking garage. Will be concrete structural repair in the parking garage. This type of repair entails removing loose concrete overhead. Wait a minute, in the garage overhead. So there's your repairs. It's overhead repairs. Treating steel rebar with rust inhibitor coating and patching back with repair mortar. Also included in the garage will be urethane foam injection in the ceiling cracks. Urethane foam injection, approximately 500 linear feet. The condos retain the services of this engineer right here to do the services. That was dated March 22nd, 1996. So it looks like we don't have to go that far back to start finding, why did the engineer, this current engineer, why didn't he pick on this guy's repairs? And yet he went back to the original builder. What's the connection between the two? Or three, because here's Dade County is part of this connection. It's 96. I'm assuming the guy's still kicking. If not, his company probably still can get some lawsuits. So could possibly Western Waterproofing could get part of that little action going on. There's the love there, 1996. Let's go ahead. It's 23 pages. Oh, we have a drawing. It's a cool deck. So you're going to fix the cool deck. And it's 83 feet, 3 inches to fix the cool deck. Planters. And now the person writes me. I can't believe it. They're going to put tile up top here. Pavers like. Interesting. Interesting. Paver like. Paver-like. Paver-like. Planters. So they actually went with more like well, I guess it is pavers then. It went with like a brick look. But there's a planter box. 48-inch high wall back here. Top of wall is 15'5". Okay, this wall will come back into play. We're going to come back around to that. Remember I told you the Washington Post guy got hold of me, wanted to talk about that wall that fell over during the hurricane. And so he came to me for the information. I said it to the people that claim that they consulted with, that would be the Josh guy saying he consulted with it. Well, I got an email, the guy consulted with me about this wall. And I told him it's a nothing thing, leave it alone. Interesting that I said that, because the wall, when it went back, they put rebar inside this wall. Rebar reinforcement went down in the wall into the existing wall. The bulkhead is there. They drilled and they drilled, and remember, there's steel going in this direction also. They drilled all over here. So it wouldn't matter how they put that wall back, how they installed it. This is not a cheap deal. This is alterations. It is to the tune of 14,000, some crazy square footage. Here it is. Here, let's look at the dates. Issue date 3/26, expires 6 months approximately later in 1996. Alteration repairs. Wait for it. There's a distance on here. Okay. Dear contractor homeowner, this notify you that a contractor of record for the above reference permit for gate parking garage to the property in the town of Surfside. For gated parking garage, I believe. The permit has expired on 10/8/95. The expiration of your permit has occurred without obtaining approval for one or more required mandatory inspections. So they didn't do some inspection. Mandatory inspections are required at different stages of construction to ensure compliance with the South Florida Building Code and life safety requirements. This was issued in 1997 after the work was completed. Failure to obtain mandatory inspection is a violation of this section. The letter is to be considered a warning of violation for you to take corrective measures within 20 calendar days from receipt of this notice. You must apply for a building permit to complete the work and obtain mandatory and final inspections as dictated by the code. Fail to comply with this warning notice or violation will result in action taken against your contractor's license and or will result in the code enforcement action taken against the property. So this is to Gomez and Son Fence Company, right? This would be that gate for parking garage. All right, so they couldn't even finish the gate in time. Why couldn't they finish the gate in time? This is interesting. It ties into probably some other work. Okay. Variance required for south wall of Champlain Towers. South wall, because I believe they were going from, they wanted above their rated height, the height. The wall being only 5 feet in height, and the area next to the pool allows even short individuals to stand and watch our residents in the lounges and the pool while they're swimming naked. We would like this to be a private naked swim area. Oh, that's interesting. We at Champlain Towers South request your thorough consideration in this matter, which will protect our safety and well-being as we swim naked in our pool. All right, so we are requesting this variance for a 2-foot height increase. They go from 5 to 7. It's interesting, the plans go from 4 to 5 to 6, and I think to 7 feet ultimately. Okay, take note, 877 Collins Avenue. Now we're at the, let's see, we're at a variance application, 23rd. This is for the height. Now I'm not sure if these links will expire, but I'll try to give them to you down below. It's on 10/20, expiration date 96 again, right? So where is my? We've got about 10 or 12 tabs to go through, so you're going to bear with me here. Not these, but 10 or 12 tabs I have up top. Okay, some of them will go faster than the others. I'm slowing down so you can pause and hit it also. That's the engineer. His name is Tong Lee, PE Incorporated. He's going to do some certification. During 1996 through 1997, as a project engineer of the restoration of the garage and the deck, I performed inspections of different phases of the waterproofing of the deck and the repair of approximately 20 square feet of spalling in the ceiling of the garage. So it approximately 20 square feet of spalling. The repair has been performed under our inspections from beginning to completion. I certify that the repair of the spalling have been done in compliance with the proof specification and the SFBC. Very truly yours, Tong Long. Tongue long. Tongue long. Yeah, I said it. All right, so he self-certifies 96 to 97 that this is a solid deal. He says the ceiling, 20 square feet of spalling of the ceiling in the garage. Doesn't say that it's just done. He cleaned off the damn rebar and did what he did. This is someone sent me this link. I wanted the thank you. I think it was Jamie sent me this. I wanted A28 architectural A28. He sent me 28 of 30. Jamie, what I was looking for was the elevation right here. And here's the exercise room, but I wanted to just get the real elevations. It didn't. It fell short. Okay, repair of hardwood floors. Why is this important? 877 Collins Avenue, Unit 1010. Repair of hardwood floors. The value of work, $24,000, 1,300 square foot. Why is this so critical is that this person just wanted to do hardwood floors inside their building, inside their own apartment, hardwood floors, and they needed to pay for a permit for it to put hardwood floors down. And so this place you have to put permit for everything, including hardwood floors. Now all of a sudden we can't find good permits for repairs of the structure. Well, we don't need that one anymore. Repairs, we can't find good repairs of the structure. We can't find good notes to that effect. But a guy doing hardwood floors, oh yeah, he's a super criminal. We need everything we have from him. We need a 20-page document. But a guy doing spalling repair, he just writes one little paragraph and hasta la vista. It's a solid deal. Solid deal. All right, I'm scrolling through here to see what I wanted to show you. I think they were just images. Oh yeah, I know. Back to roach antenna. Antenna roaches. Okay. So someone bragged about raising money. That guy down here bragged to me. He sent me an email. He's quite upset that I won't send him my videos of there. He's quite upset. Oh well. You should see some of his messages. He's writing me childish messages. Very childish. Not mature like me. He lacks maturity like I have. You guys know how mature I am. All right. So there's the shearing, punch shearing. I'm going to scroll out after we race through these real quickly. Okay, let's go with this one. Yeah. So back to this one again. Oh, roach antennas. Why is it so important? Now this one appears to be snapped off. That could be at there. Why are roach antennas so important? Well, let me just cut to the roach antennas thing real quick, and then you'll see the importance of it. So, roachy antennas. Let's make a column. So this will be our column, and you can pick any one you want. And remember the top view, when I did my top view of the column, we talked about how they have the rabbit ears, right? They're 14 inches, but we're going to put 12 inches on the outside. Really? You think they would help straighten it up? You know, they got a crooked hand here. Oops. 12 inches on the outside. Now these little bad boys are going north to south. That's the north side. This is north. This will be our west. This will be our east. I'm going to have to do it like that. And this will be our north side, right there. You think I said it north by mistake there? No, I want you to remember it. All right, so these are going north to south. And then they put a piece of rebar there, and they spaced a 13-inch OC on center. And it's supposed to be that way too. So this one misses, so you get an air ball. We talked about that, and this one would miss. So you get one down there, one down the middle, or sometimes you actually get two roach antennas down the middle, which I'll show you. But right now, here's one roach antenna. Let's do a slab. So here's our slab, our cutaway, and we'll do our slab cutaway there. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then let's do one more here. And we'll put it next to it. And we'll pretend like they're together by putting them together like that. Then we'll do, I don't know if I can write in it. Nope. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, I can. So I do that. Got a better one. Ooh, didn't mean that. So I do that. I do, so I do that. And now that's the slab. Make it a little larger. There we go. Let's get rid of that one. This is the concrete slab, guys. Right there. You're going to have to work with it. That's the concrete slab there. And that's the roach antenna right here. The rebar goes all the way through. Oh, I know. I should have did it better. Hold on. I'm going to do another one. I think I'll start like this. And so this gives you an idea. So let's get rid of that. This is concrete back here. Concrete back behind this thing also. Let's put it up there, and I can make it a little bit smaller for proportion. There we go. So there we are. So now this is on top of this head here. So here's this head right here. And we get one side of the, see the stripped out? So we get one side going that way and one side going that way of the decking. So we have this strip out here. So we get this going down like that. And let's do this. Let's get rid of that. Let's do a modified one. Let's modify it like this because it's a little bit of a head on it. So we'll do that. Oh, and then we'll do this one. Let's be a little more tricky. Let's go long. I like that. Okay, so now we go long. So let's grab this side. This side starts falling down because of the cars on this side. Please stop playing with me. So this starts falling down. Look at the top of there. It just like you had over here. I told you about the reverse zipper effect. Well, we get the zipper here. We get the zipper on this side where it just pulls to the top of it. Not just pull out like that. I don't think that happened. I think it zipped out. It ripped out like we see. So I can do that. And I can put that there. And I can put that there. And it rips out. It rips it out as that goes down. So this stays here and it rips out. Rip. So if you were to remove part of this tile, you'd probably see this deck ripped out like you saw underneath for the parking garage area, but the top part. You probably wouldn't see pull out. You'd probably see, no, so you wouldn't see it. You probably wouldn't see that much pull out like this, pulling it out that way because it's so far of a bar. It's a lot of engagement. That's a big piece of bar that's still in there. Too much bar that where it would probably snap if it had that much good engagement. So it probably, as this went down here in this direction, north and south, because that's the way our bars go. If it went the other direction, this way, we would have the antennas showing that way. We would see this antenna, but we don't. This antenna seems to have slipped off to the side there. Maybe they put it to the side by mistake. Maybe they put times two of them over there, but we don't see it besides one place that I find two in the crossed antenna. That's by that pool deck. Don't see it there. So we get that coming, that action going in like that. So it breaks off the top, and it goes down. This, of course, does the same thing. It goes down, but some of the antenna, this will be the antenna. So let me take some liberty here. So in this case, it went off the side a little bit and did one of those actions. And it looks something like that. It probably looks more like, you know what? I know what it looks like. Looks more like that. That's what it looks like. There's the piece, I just profiled it. So it looks more like that, and it's over, and you see it there as it pulled off. It went off to the side a little bit because it had some tugging action going on from the other side of the property. So you get a concept of that. Now let's go ahead and start showing you north and south. So I should have a video somewhere here. Let's see what I got here first. Okay, so I'm going to jump around because it's going to, instead of making your brain focus on one thing, I'm going to do this. I'm going to let your brain take a jump. Let that absorb. Let me see if I can. I want to make a smoother transition. We talked about that. All right, so I want to make a more smooth transition for you. Morbido. All right, you can look them up. The company does some great work. Here's some of the list of their company, their owners, developers, and you know who's not on that list, don't you? When you come over and look at Morbido, Champlain Towers is not on their list of customers. Look, they're not on there. Owners and developers, Champlain Towers, not on there. Well, you know what? It's like dating a girl. I never tell a girl the bad girls I had. Oh, every girl I ever had was the greatest girl ever is what I tell them. You can't talk bad about a girl. Well, no more than you mess up your profile. Well, that mess up his profile by doing that. Oh, wait a minute. He's got Dolphin Towers in there. Dolphin Towers. Very interesting. Let's click on Dolphin Towers. This site cannot be reached. Let's go back. No defect. Dolphin Towers. This site can't be reached. Okay. I accept that it can't be reached. I delete it. I delete that. I delete this. And I pull up Dolphin Towers a different way. Dolphin Towers is here under CPNR, which is also, you got to Google them. CPNR is, CPNR. Anyway, they're CPR family. They're the engineering firm. They're the same as our man. They're the same damn company. They did the work. These Champlain Towers, Sarasota, Florida. They've done a lot of work. They've done a lot of work. Who are CPR company, trade associations, careers. That's who they are. Maybe they divested themselves with Morbido, but I doubt it. I doubt that happened. It's just, it's sort of like looking at Fig Engineering. Well, all of a sudden, it just disappeared. A lot of their narrative disappeared, and this might be one of those deals. So I'm going to keep this. I'll let you guys look this up, and you cross-reference it, and you can comment if you find you can go down the rabbit hole and find a connection between Morbido. Yes, I said Morbido. Morbido. All right. So here's that wall. Let's go ahead and talk about the wall. So 6-inch minimum embedment. That's that wall, my jealous wall back there. 130 feet. That's about the length of the property back there. It says third time submitted. Page 30. Third time's a charm. Let's go to the top. Town of Surfside. So Surfside's down with it. 2006. It's pretty current. 2006. Alterations and repairs. Permit valuation, 23 grand. Seems similar, doesn't it? Okay. We go forward. Submit a schedule, construction anticipation, blah, blah, blah. Town of Surfside again. Okay, and some other stuff's going to be hard for me to read. Licensed as a general contractor, please check something. Is this company person licensed as a general contractor? Structural engineer approved. 06 comments, please check. Okay, so are they asking, is the structural engineer licensed? This says date on 3/7/06. This is Champlain Towers, apparently with their notes wondering about that. Application type, I think this stands for alterations, repair. Contractor, something painting. So are they authorized as a general contractor, even though they have painting up here? See, this is painting. I mean, that looks like painting to me. And then it looks like Frank's painting, or Flair is painting, Flex painting. But they want to know, is this company person licensed as a general contractor? They want to know if they got their, is this, they're using a painting company? All right. Rebuild partial privacy wall. Qualified name, Michael Heron. And there it is again, something, I don't know, is that Fix painting? And then WaterProofing Inc. And there's a phone number. Date 11/17/05. Permit. 23 grand on the estimated cost of improvements. Only 23,000 to do that wall. All right. 2 sets of drawings required. 12/22. We fast forward again. It says the masonry wall. Disapproved. Disapproved. Town of Surfside. Structural review worksheet. Masonry wall. Review hours took 1. And disapproved. 2 questions. Provide 2 sets of signed and sealed computations. Check. On this one, specify the size of the existing footing with verification of its adequacy. I believe they're saying to see if it's strong enough to take the wall. 2, provide section through reinforced masonry wall showing embedment of dowels into existing and splice length. Provide hooks into the concrete cap. Concrete caps must be minimum 8x8. And provided section specify depth of drilling holes and also spacing of any size of the ties. This is on 1/24/06. This is the structural engineer. Signed that section on 12/15/05. So this Ali Arbabi, whatever, is he the Town of Surfside structural engineer? And he's saying that, look, I need this data, is what it looks like to me. All right, and that was on 12/15/06, bouncing into 1 month later from some change. We have Sammy Engineering Inc. responding back apparently under attention Andy. This is different, attention Andy. Omega Forensics Engineering Company. So there's a lot of sharing of each other here. Masonry privacy wall, wind load calculations, masonry wall design calculation, 200 bills for the fee for that. And here's the wall. Partial elevation, existing footer to remain. That's that wall. That is the, I don't believe this wall was built in the street side. I believe this wall was built in the, on top of the, this is what I'm, on top of in party 2. Right by the bulkhead. Let me put it that way, because we see the wall go down, the deck go down, but this doesn't go down with it. So that's interesting. That's an interesting tell how this doesn't go down with it. The reinforcement, it's 130 foot. It's a 6 foot tall. I'm gonna take note of that 6 foot tall for me. 6 foot tall, and then you got your caps, and here are your abutments, which they call 4 foot intermittent poured concrete columns equally spaced. 4 intermittent poured concrete columns equally spaced. All right, so there's 4 of these spaced, 2 on the ends, and then equal spaced of that. 8-inch masonry walls, and we see that because we see the K, L, and M next to these, right? When the building is being when they're doing their rubble removal we see the numbering in the back. Each column measures 8 inches by 16 inches and is reinforced with 4 of those are the columns. Okay. Remember the 6 foot. The wall meets these requirements. Signature, privacy wall. Champlain Towers, Omega Forensics. 6 foot wall. Existing footing. Replace masonry privacy wall. Office copy. 6 foot wall. Office copy. Special Inspector Report, March 7, 2006. Omega Forensics has prepared repair specification and inspected the concrete reinforcement in preparation for concrete placement by flax painting at the above referenced construction site. To the best of our knowledge and belief, this portion of the work has been completed in accordance with our specifications and meets the applicable codes and acceptable standards of workmanship. Please contact me if you have any questions. And he puts this to the town of Surfside. Isn't that amazing that painting companies doing contracting work? What are you, a contractor or a painter? Apparently a primary painting right here. It says so there. But you're dabbling in block work? Interesting. Well, you know, how are you going to dabble in block work? Okay, this is Surfside structural review. This one says approved as noted. Wall was required special inspector. Special inspector, again, it's Omega Forensic doing their inspection, and they qualify. It's approved. They signed off on it. So they're like, okay. So if anything's wrong, that goes wrong as a result of that, Omega is partially on the hook. I like saying on the hook on that. So Omega did the forensic the report on that. Remember, Omega also said drill down into the foundation, into the wall system. Right here, it says drill. Each column measures 8 by 6 and reinforced with 4 number 5s. To form steel bars placed vertically with 2 number 5s, 3 by 3 corner bars, and the cap. Okay, that's the cap there. At each column, number 5 steels are doweled and epoxied into sound existing footing. So how did Omega know that it was done in this can be verified still. Use full-length bars of 3-foot dowels matching the column bars. All right, so each column are doweled and epoxied. EPOXIED. Between columns at number 5, right? It does, okay. The concrete cap is a minimum 8 inch. 2 number 5 continuous. Horizontal, the ties would be 16 on center. All right, what am I missing here? 8 and 2 right here. What am I missing? At each column, number 5 steel bars are doweled and epoxied into sound existing footing using full-length bars of 3-foot dowels matching the column bars. Using full-length bars or 3-foot dowels. Using full-length bars or 3-foot dowels matching the column bars. Existing footing to remain 6-inch minimum dowel embedment. All right, so you can go 3 foot and then overlap. But the 6-inch dowel embedment epoxy. So you can still look at that to see if it did any issues to that wall. The spacing is such that it was like 4 feet on center. So I'm not too, keen on picking on it, but nevertheless, still look at it. Between columns at a maximum 48 inches on center, number 5 vertical bars are doweled in epoxy in the sound existing footing. So, what are the odds that, it's 4 feet, but it does matter, avoid the existing steel that's there. You will be epoxying it, but you want to not vibrate it or tear it up, but it's just something I'm sharing with you guys. So now it shows you that they had, this is the wall, and there's your wind calculations. That wall was more concerned about wind, tip over, because of the hurricane that happened before. And these just his calculations he shares with the municipality, how he got there, and it was just more wind. So now we go over to public records. Nope, We don't need to go there. So again, this had $24,000 to do the hardwood floors, and the person had to do a lot of leg jumping to get that done. All right, so let's move this off to the side. Oops, I didn't mean to move it like that. I meant to move the whole thing. Okay, let's move this off to there. Let's bring this one up. So as I bring this one up, oh, look at that. Parking garage failure. The guy was snow plowing, where he left his machine there, and as he's cleaning off the deck, the deck is overloaded. No snow right there, as you can see. There's no, unless it melted. No snow right there, and the deck fails. It turns out decks really do have a rating that you need to respect. Wow. So it's so odd that you think you can just put so much load anywhere you want. These things weigh 10, 12,000 pounds, and the point load, and then he slams on brakes and he pounds the deck and all that. It's craziness. However, compacted snow weighs about 20 pounds per cubic foot, and 30 pounds per cubic foot or more if wet. So you're just overloading. Here's another one. You can go into them. You can find these failures, these upper deck failures, left and right and left. What's this area called here? Who am I talking to? This would be tiers I'm talking to on this one. This is the critical shear area, and there's the steel, and there are the the roach antennas. Oh, wow, look at that. There was a lower deck here too at one point. Huh. It also couldn't take it and came down straight. So what happened? The bottom deck fell first. This one got jealous and jumped on it. No, the top deck fell first. Oh, here's another one. Look at that. Snow again. There's the little bobcat and wet streets, etc. But another failure. Amazing. Amazing. That's Texas. I doubt it. Oh, this is one of my favorites. At least he's parked in a handicap zone. But that's one of my favorites of parking. Pulling up with a fuel truck. That did it there. That'll do it, Houston, Texas. So you guys can see overloading is a pretty common failure of imagination. So this one's called structuremag.org if you want to find it right here. See it? There's your link. I'm going to pause it. No more. I'm going to move on now. But I wanted to show you that, it's a thing. Now, let's move to this one. This is the NIST. NIST apparently marks the bottom floor in X's. Now, of course, they could use the same numbers as on the plans, but that's too easy. They want to code it so the regular person would have a problem trying to find and locate. And you'd be able to verify. It's much harder to verify, triangulate their pieces compared to the real pieces, and to be able to call BS on them. So NIST and Army Corps of Engineers devise a new system of labeling when the old system worked perfectly. The one that's on the drawings works perfectly. Nope, you got to reference their system, which then reference the drawings, and then you'll know where it's located. X appears to be the first floor, just so you guys know. If you want to have fun decoding, let me know. You can decode with me. This one here, they're quite nasty. This is the Field of Dreams. X is X173. This might be a drop slab with the steel coming up. There's some signatures on it. So they'll do this. They'll number it. They'll put signatures on it. They'll tag it, and they'll tag it again. So there'll be multiple tags. Of course, they photograph it also. So there's multiple ways for them to get get there from there. But the tagging. But this is my favorite. This is my favorite. How NIST can show their skills, showing you how they can match concrete. I mean, that's priceless there. I mean, that's education-wise. You can't get better than that. You clearly see the materials, how they match. They go together like hand in glove. I mean, that's why he even put those two together to prove his point that you just don't know what you're looking at, how perfect things match. And look, he's got his own little thumbnail. All right, we'll get away from that one, and we're getting close. We come to this one, and oh yeah, I wanted to zoom in on that one. Wow. Maybe it will let me. I don't think so. That was I found a better quality. Yeah, this is it. So how awesome is this image? Look at the quality of it. There's that. There's the rabbit ears. Right there, rabbit ears through the planter box. There's my beautiful number. There's my beautiful K, part of BMA in the background. That's K, and you can see how she stripped out. Right, very important. There's the rebar that went up through it. That was existing. I don't know if they did any cutting here by now or not, but there it is. They've strapped this one up. It's not marked at this point. Maybe they'll mark it, move it over, and mark it when they move it over. But there it is, slinged and ready to go. Slingshot, ready to go. But there's that beautiful deal right there. Now, going back and forth, I'm talking to my man about something. He wants to remain anonymous because of cancel culture. So I do get some information from him. We share now. He's getting quite aggressive with sharing, with wanting to get to the bottom of it too now. So I'll give him a shout out without giving him a shout out, because like he said, cancel culture, you guys go after people, like idiots. But he didn't share this image. I'm just saying that I just want to give him a shout out. So look, because he's really, we bounce stuff off each other now. So over here, you can see this might have been a wall, or this was the roof rather, and another section of the roof, and you can see how it's severed. Interesting that this appears to be the night and day shot, and it might be a piece of steel protecting the cone protecting you from impalement. But night and day shot, but we're missing something there. Now I want to talk to you about steel. They did add some steel here. In one of the structural reports, steel was added, and it was on the roof deck. And I'm really going to have to come talk to you about those top 3 or 4 floors that react together. They react together. So that means we have a floor down there that crippled the last 4 floors at once. It doesn't mean it didn't start from the bottom up. It just means that at that point, it was able to pull down all 3 floors at once, or is it 4 floors at once? So there's a connecting member or members around the 8th floor that once I can find that group, and you have that group come out, I can get the top 3 floors to react as one and come down as one. So that's what I'm working for on the side. If some other engineer watching my channel wants to beat me to it, well then don't, give me a little shout out at least if you're saying, I found your transfer deck material you're looking for. That's what it'd be, transfer deck type material. So at least give me a shout out. Just don't stab me in the back. I mean, I know most of you narcissists that copy my data, but get over yourself. Stop being so much a pig. Stealing. You're like a damn alligator stealing somebody else's food. I'm saying, I'm giving you saying you can go at that if you can find a transfer deck for me, because I'm mentioning in this video and where I'm going with it. It'd be nice, jump in, but give me a shout out. Even if I call you a dog, maybe if you give me the shout out, I'll say, oh, that was nice. And look, I call them a dog, but now they changed their mind. They now know how to say when they're taking your ideas. And then I'll say, that's nice of you to say that. All right. So I don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. In other words, sometimes a broken clock is right twice a day, right? So now back to the ears. Let's. I think I can wrap it up with. So is this it? Yeah, that one's that one. So then I go to. Okay. So let's wrap onto this one then. So this is 23 pages, and this is a very interesting doc. So I'm going to come back to that. All right. This is that one with the repairs. This is the tile repairs. So cool deck, you're going to take care of the paving of concrete on this cool deck. Jacuzzi, 48-inch high wall, 15.5. So he's blending his drawings together. It's 96, right? So he grabbed the drawings and then he wrote over top of them and submittal, and submittal went on. So let's go to the top again. So this is the zoning department, 1996. Structural information. It's interesting, this 9 foot, I keep finding this 9 foot. And so this 9 foot and some change, like 9 and some change. I found it a couple places where it's like the elevation. So perhaps that's so the parking garage can probably fully flood, but maybe it'd be 1 foot below the street. So you're what it amounts to. So you park in the garage at your own risk, but they got a pump there and it's a seawall, so it's also far enough away from inland the water that will help maintain. All right, let's fast forward this a little bit. Alterations, repairs, property zoning, tourist. So the area around there is considered tourist area. And let's scroll down. And let's get to the meat and potatoes pending. And again, waterproofing company, 877 waterproofing, Western Waterproofing Company of America, 1996. This will be building zoning. This is going to be dealing with our lovely, wait for it. Need drawings, I think that's drawings for pavers you are installing. I can't read to make out. And repairs, okay. And have your engineering inspections, do the necessary paperwork as application for special inspector. All right, so what I gleaned from my broken up English reading of that is that the township is telling them that you will have, town of Surfside, that you can do these structural repairs and the pavers, but you will have an engineer sign off on this work, that we want nothing to do with it. So it appears in 96, along with that planter box action, they went ahead and did the deck action. Remember the planter box in 96? Georgie stuck a little bit. There you go, Georgie. Show his claws. He got his claws stuck. So this is March 26th of 96. This is right around that planter box action. All right, so let's scroll on down. So they used a special inspector. Oh, town of Florida. Owner's name, block, subdivision, architect, engineer. Oh, we're back to long tongue. We're back to long tongue again. Engineering. Came back around, didn't we? 96. Western Waterproofing Company of America. So we're back to them again. So if you're going to look for waterproofing failure of the pool deck, why did that damn Morbido go back and say it's a problem with the original engineer design and not following it? Because clearly they had a 1996 special putting down pavers and all where they did waterproofing between the paver layer. So it's not fair and it's disingenuous for Morbido to go back and ignore that. There seems like he could have stopped here to start picking on somebody. Waterproofing failure failed in the primary deck, the pool deck area, not the car area because there was none in the car area. The pool deck area appears to be none in the car area. The pool deck area, the waterproofing failed. It was replaced in 1996 and it failed. Seems like you got some money right here is what I'm driving at. It seems like, I don't know how long it's supposed to last. 96 is a pretty good timeline. I don't know what the warranty is. I don't know what the deal on that is. I mean, that's a pretty long time too. If I'm going to argue, I argue for both sides. I mean, really, 96, we're talking 20, 30, 4 or 5 years. I mean, what's the life cycle of an asphalt roof exposed? 30 years in architectural shingles. This is not exposed. It's got sand on it. Waterproofing. Well, where is he saying the waterproofing failed? You'd have to, I think, so arguing for the company, they would say, well, maybe our waterproofing, you should have inspected it. When it leaked, you should have got hold of us and we could have pulled up the tile, inspected that area, and re-waterproofed it. But apparently there's some deflection going on in the structural part of this building, causing perhaps the waterproofing to fail, to crack and fail. I am quite, I can go all the directions for this that you would need to know. Did they inspect where the waterproofing failed? Apparently we saw the exposed hole. They had a chisel through it. We didn't check it for flood checking to see if it was waterproof. He didn't boundary the area around there, put water in it, and check it over, say, 2-3 hours to see if the water still remains at the height, and then determine, oh, the waterproofing is of a nature that is still waterproof. He did not do that. Not least we didn't see that in the report. I mean, we flood test bathrooms when you're getting a bathroom done for shower stall, and you can flood test roofing material. You can flood test a lot of stuff. They paid $156,602 back in the day for that, for 14,000 square feet. And we say square feet, that would be surface feet. I believe that's surface feet. You get people are tricky. So, but I believe it's surface feet. All right, even though it says square feet. Okay. Waterproofing Company of America. You can look these guys up, see if they're still existing. Western will be starting a project at Champlain Towers, also including the garage will be urethane foam injection and sealing cracks approximately 500 linear feet. So they're going to foam inject, not epoxy, foam inject 500 linear feet. Will be concrete structural repair in the parking garage. So this person is going to do structural repairs in the parking garage. Is their insurance company, Waterproofing Company of America, does their insurance company cover structural repairs like that? It seems like they would do waterproofing, yeah. But is the insurance company do they know that they're doing structural repairs in a parking garage, no less? This type of repair entails removing loose concrete overhead. So now it's structural concrete repairs. And again, it's the Waterproofing Company of America. Contractors of a Missouri corporation. Okay. Waterproofing seems like that's the name of the title. The company seems like it's what they're all about. And so this is what it's all about right there. The condo has retained the services of Long Tongue. Yes, I said Long Tongue. Engineering Incorporated. You can call me whatever you want to call me. It's how you remember it is why I do it that way. So it helps me remember it also. So it's Tong Lee Engineering Inc. For you sensitive people, hit the road, Jack. And anybody who's paying me, anybody who gives me money and I offend you, let me know and I'll adjust my. You're my sponsors now. I got to adjust my attitude with you. So if I offend you, you let me know. For people who send me some cash, you let me know if I offend you, and I'll say, oh, whoa, can't offend the people that are supporting me. Becker and Pollock, PA. Okay. Notice of commencement. This is 96, March 13th, state of Florida, county of Dade. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So 200 amount of bond. They have a $243,000 bond. And national by this company. Does the bond cover that? I don't know. Let's see what they say. General description of improvement, repair of concrete, insulation of drains, waterproof deck. All right, so that's the general description, repair of concrete. It seems kind of weak, the description there. It didn't say structural, repair of concrete. It was clearly structural up there, contractor. Here's the bond, and it's just for the amount. Person with the state of Florida, department owner, document, maybe, okay, let's see. Nothing to see there so far. State of Florida, blah, blah, blah. I was actually looking for the bonding company to send over owner information. There we go. Notice commencement, undersigned hereby gives notice that the improvement will be made to certain real property in accordance with Chapter 713 Florida statute. So he'll do it with this, which is probably workmanship statute. You guys are so brilliant, I'm sure you'll look it up. Repair of concrete, installation of drainage, it's the same, but this notification goes out to state of Florida, county of Dade, apparently gives them notification. And there we go, copy. All right, so then we come down to the drawing, and it's 130 feet back here, remember, on the wall, not this guy's job, but the cool deck is going to have these pavers, paving on concrete. You notice that? Paving on concrete, and he does a vague arrow pointing this direction, or, you know, this vague swing, and whatever that is. And then paver-like planters, I guess that's the waterproofing part, and waterproofing back here, pavers like planters, I guess that's waterproofing again, and tile again. So we don't have to go that far back, baby. It looks like we got to go to 96 and we're there. Let's read on. Western Waterproofing Company of America. This is Town of Surfside. Alterations repair. Tourist locate. All right, this is the typed out version. And we're moving on. Okay. Gomez and Son fencing. We went over that already. They let this shit lapse. Young adults, they want to move it up by 2 feet. They went from 5 feet. They want to move it by 2 feet. That makes it 7. Yet, see, the 2 feet increase in height would deter most. And they want to come from 5. The wall being over 5 feet now makes it 7. Remember I said we keep track of that 6 foot number I told you about? This is the sneaky, look at my left hand, watch what my right hand does. I would tell you it's 5 foot wall and we want to take it up 2 feet. In reality, it was a 6 foot wall. And now we're there. Now let's move on. It was a 4 foot wall. And no, it was a 5 foot wall. Wait a minute. The drawing's up here. It says 5 foot wall, doesn't it? I might have to eat shit on that, eat crow. 15.5, right? There's 15.5. It was 11.10. No, that's like 4 foot. Yeah, 48-inch high wall right there. I don't have to eat anything right now. That's 48-inch high wall. And they went from 6 in the plans to being devious and nefarious with their ways of wording. Next you know, they're saying we need to go because they're naked people. We need more privacy because people look over the wall and want to see our skinny dipping or whatever the hell they're doing there. All right, this is the parking gate deal, right? Permit. Okay. Oh, security, right? Because people won't come over a 7 foot wall to come and get you. But a 5 foot wall, yeah, you're good as toast. They're gonna 5 foot wall. You're good as snatched. Yeah, you know, it's just craziness here, right? And what year is this? This is 1994. Okay, so the street was open still then in '94. So that's, you know, noteworthy. Noteworthiness. Block 4, Collins. And this one is dealing with the variance. It should be that height, date of purchase, 1982. Whoa. So everybody really wants to track this thing down? Screenshot this, copy this. You're going to find a book deed record of this building now. This is the record, the book, the number, the page. It's all, here it is right here. If you can, this will be your public records right here. Date of purchase, 1982. There's that, but more specifically, this is going to be your book and deed, your recorded dates, and you can track it from that time forward. See, changing hands, whatever, and then ultimately you might be able to find the reports of the condition of the structure while they were selling. They have to do disclosure with the property sold when property sells. So when it's sold, the disclosures should all look about the same time. So 611 just bought, right? So 611's disclosure should be amazing. Okay, here's a stamp 94. That's a Notary Public, I think. Yeah, note 97. corporate affiliation. The representative, we duly sworn, was president, vice president. Okay, so you would look up it just says disclosure of ownership. Well, you got that book and deed above. All right, moving down. Western WaterProofing Company, maybe of America. Attention, Walter, somebody, West. I mean, I could be wrong on that, so bear with me on that waterproofing thing. CO, the person, 9 feet. There's elevation. I believe. We slide on down. Okay, this is electrical work. Something to do with this oh, right, they were doing some electrical work at the same time, I think, for that pool, and I think this got thrown in there also. Good news is we're almost done. Okay. Again, there's the engineer signing off, and now he's signing off. The date is 1997 at this point. And he says through 96 and 97, I read this one already, as project engineer of the restoration of the garage and the deck, I performed the inspection of different phases of the waterproofing of the deck and the repair of approximately 20 square feet of spalling in the ceiling of the garage. The repair has been performed under our inspections from beginning to completion. I certify that the repair of the spalling has been done, and he's specific about calling it spalling. So that's very interesting that he was specific about calling it spalling. The other guy said it was structural repair. This one is specific on calling it spalling. That does matter. Let me get to the video. Where's my video? And I'll wrap it up. My video. My video. Where are you, little darling? Okay. So come to my video here called Kai's Hot Dog Stand. Champlain Towers collapse. Why Colombo numbers are part of the smoking gun. Column numbers. Oh, we're back to the roach antennas. So we're back to the roach antennas. This is the pool. So that's the C over to the right. That's the east section. The roach antennas are here. On this side of the column also. East side of the column, roach antennas. Roach antennas, east side of the column again. So our pattern of failure is one that is similar all the way across. And I believe that puts us in the butterfly section here. Our pattern is similar here, going here. When we turn and come back to the structure, it changes direction. And then our drape changes direction, and our antennas change direction also. They come down differently. Let me go. So here's our antennas. Back here a little bit. Here's our antenna. Antenna, there's that one antenna. Remember that? See it underneath here? How I speculated how it was. There's the antenna. There's one antenna on top of it. So our failure is that starting from the parking garage area, I believe, with the dropping down all at once, and then that just pulls this down, and then that's unsupported, pulls this down, that's unsupported, and it just rips off the top. The reverse zipper or the inverted zipper. The other one was upside down underneath the deck. This would be inverted of that position, and it would be from the top down. And now we have the change of directions of our right here and here. They went two directions, this side and that side, totally stripped out. There's, I believe, one there and at least one here, I believe. Our puncture, this is only 12 inches. We lose part of our head. It just rips right off. It goes down like nothing, nobody's baby. But number one is our little roach antennas. Right there, there's our roach antennas. There's our drape, roach antennas, that direction, that direction. This is be pretty hard to I mean, that's hard data. That's hard data. It's not confirmation bias. It's hard data that this deck separated from that side and left that engagement more so on that side. That's hard data there, baby. Let me see if I can refresh the page for you. All right, again, you can come to this video called Champlain Towers Collapse Why Column Numbers are Part of the Smoking Gun. And you see your antenna sticking up, and this tells you, again, this was this direction. So the pulling to help this pull out, as I showed you in the beginning of the video, for it to pull out, this broke free, and that's that side. That's perfect timing. Hey guys, love you all. Thanks a lot. Take care. Be good.